Hello everybody, it is I, the Melanated Oracle, back again here with another pick a card video. Today we're really going to be focusing on what your ancestors want you to focus on, like, for yourself. Originally I was going to do, something for the entire family, but you can't really improve your family if you can't work on yourself first. So, I'm going to give you some time to meditate on 5 piles. Just know if something doesn't resonate, it's not meant for you, it's for someone else. This is a pretty general reading, but I did try to do 5 piles so it can be as specific as possible to what you really need to focus on in order for you to really improve and ascend on your own. So with that, let's just go ahead and get started. So for those of you that chose pile number 1, this is the reading for you. So I'm going to go ahead and just flip. Arranged marriage. Soul connection, commitment, a marriage based on your soul mission as a union. Inspired. Creative drive, remain focused on your goals, keep your head clear. The bloodline ancestors. We are proud of you, summoned by your call, give specific offerings. Dance ritual. We go into trance, feel spirit, express ourselves through motion, fast movement, and meditation. Clarity. This is bilberry. Compassion, marshmallow. If you can't see because of the glare, I apologize. Meditation, skull cap. I'm gonna go ahead and do some couple more. Throwing shade. Be confident. Think it through. Time is now, so let's go ahead and just dive into this. First, starting off, the bloodline ancestors are proud of you and everything that you're doing, so know that. Be sure to summon them when you do want to bring in change, especially when you're trying to remain focused on your goals. And be sure to give them specific offerings. Now, you also want to make sure you are really going into trance to connect with them right now in order to get those messages that you're desiring from them. I do see that they really want you to focus on, working on the soul connection, whether you're in a relationship or not. They do want you to really commit to a union based on your soul mission. They want you to really be with someone who you're going to build a legacy together. They want you to see clarity in your life right now. I just heard things may be murky. You may be unsure of some things. So really find clarity through, the meditation and just simply asking on them. Again, I apologize if you hear my dog barking, but they really want you to focus on really gaining clarity in your life, being confident with, the decisions you make, but, make sure you think your decisions through. And make sure you realize when the perfect timing is. I know that card says the time is now, but really, with this being said, the time is now to really work on yourself, and make sure you are putting yourself first, is what I just heard. So you may be one of these people who are very, very compassionate to the point where people are treating you as a doormat and walking all over you, which they don't want that at all. They want you to put yourself first, and they don't want you throwing shade at other people just because you're allowing them to treat you the way that they do, because for them, if you're allowing it, then you can't really be upsetting anybody else, but they clearly don't want you to allow that. They want you to start sticking up for yourself, is what I just heard. They want you to stick up for yourself. Don't let anyone bully you into thinking that you have to do everything for them, is what I just heard. They know that you are on your right path, you're on your purpose, is what I just heard. You're finding your purpose now, you're figuring everything out, is what I just heard. And they want you to stay committed to that. They want you to have all this clarity through meditation and trance, but you're not going to really be able to gain that clarity if you're focusing on everybody else but yourself. Let's just continue. Retreat. Transformation. I just heard spiritual awakening. Some of you may be going through your first spiritual awakening, or third, or even fourth, is what I just heard. Omens. So they really want you to look out for the signs, and I just put that right next to the time is now, which I'm taking as divine timing. So really make sure you're looking for omens and signs that they're sending you to know, because you're really trying to find your life purpose, is what I just heard. So you're trying to go through this transformation, but by going through this transformation, this is literally a caterpillar in its little cocoon. So you do have to take time to go in a retreat, and while you're in that retreat, make sure you're meditating, make sure you're doing even dance rituals if that's what you need to do to really connect with spirit and your ancestors to really get the messages and clarity that you're desiring. They're saying you can still be compassionate, but they really want you to focus on you right now. They don't want you focusing on everybody else. And I know you're like, well, didn't I pull the arranged marriage? Yes, you did. But in order for you to truly build a legacy with your soul partner, you have to be at your highest potential first. You can't really build something with someone else if you're not 100% up to par, to say. So they want you to be confident in yourself. They want you to really, love who you are, is what I just heard. You may be having some self-love issues, and, they don't want that at all. They want you to know that you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing. You're on the right path. That they are proud of you no matter what anybody else in your family, is what I just heard, no matter what anybody else in your family is saying to you right now. F their opinion, what their opinion matters, spirit opinion matters, your opinion matters. So with that being said, they want you to really know that, it's not about everybody else. It's really about you and how you feel. In order to do that, you really need to gain some clarity in your life, especially with you trying to find your life purpose. You also pull the 10 of coins and Ace of baskets. So right now, it's a very emotional time for you. I feel like you're really picking up on everybody else's energy, and you're trying to make everybody happy, but you're not putting your own happiness first, and they don't like that. They really want you to really, own your purpose. You're kind of like the Ace of baskets, where your emotions are now starting to get so out of control because you're taking on so much that they're starting to control your life, is what I just heard, which is really why you need this clarity and, this dance rituals and meditation, because you're unbalanced, is what I just heard. You're really unbalanced, and they don't want you unbalanced. They want you focused, ready to head towards your goal, but you can't do that if you're constantly worrying about everybody else, what they're saying about you, and, everything that they're doing and all these different things. They want you to just go inside, take some time to meditate, on the things that you're worried about. So I just heard you're having a worry. I also heard financial. You may be having financial worries. So if that is the case, they really want you to go inside and really focus on yourself, especially if you're having financial issues and people are constantly asking you for money and you're giving it to them. Stop doing that. They don't want you doing that, especially if they're not appreciative, which I feel like they're not. And this is probably your family members asking you for money and you just do it anyway. They said stop doing that. They don't want you doing that at all. They really want you to start putting yourself first. They said give yourself something that's luxurious, is what I just heard. So really focus on yourself, or else you're really just going to be, your emotions are going to be controlling you. And usually this is a positive card, but really with this reading, I'm getting the fact that you're trying to make everybody else happy over your own happiness, and they don't want that. While they do want this legacy, this beautiful, I'm going to just put it up close. They do want this legacy of where the family is just happy and healthy and wealthy. That cannot be done if it doesn't include you. So with that being said, how number ones, I thought these were going to be longer, but they're really straight to the point. They really want you to focus on yourself, put yourself first, and by doing that, you'll be gaining a lot of insight into your life purpose. But in order to do that, you really need to go inside and really focus on yourself and meditate and ask them for clarity on all the issues you're currently having in life, because I feel like there's more than just the financial worries, especially when it comes to family. But since this is a general reading and not a personal reading, I can't dive any more deeper into it. So with that being said, really focus on putting yourself first, really going inside, be the hermit for a while, focus on yourself, be in meditation, do some cleansing baths, do some cleansing rituals, is what I just heard, and focus on yourself. If that resonated with any of you, please let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like and make sure you subscribe, as I'll have more content coming up pretty soon. So if you chose pile number 2, then this is for you. Fertility doll, blessings in many form, good luck, fertility, birth, restored ashe, offering accepted, happy, loyal, to practice, the bush shaman, accept yourself, We live by rituals and prayers, blending in with the bush, kept secrets, and being aligned with nature. I heard accept yourself, accept that you are a spiritual worker. I also pulled acceptance for you. Expansion. Your gifts are expanding. That's what I just heard. This is my spiritual workers. Guidance. Sage. Energy block. Okay. Busy bee. Yeah, you're about to be real busy learning. Temporary setback. New home. So right off the bat, I already know they want you to accept your spiritual gifts. They want you to really explore your spiritual practice, especially with the bush shaman. They want you to be in tune with rituals involving nature, is what I just heard. So for this group, you really need to really accept that you are a spiritual worker, that you're a very spiritual person, that you need to accept your spiritual gifts. That's what I just heard. They want you to know that right now that there are some energy blocks. You may have some chakras blocked off, may even be your sacral chakra, is what I just heard. So really focus on making sure your chakras are aligned and that are flowing how they should. You know that this is just a temporary setback, you know, with your energy being blocked and your chakras being blocked, but do know by really focusing on expanding your spiritual gifts and your powers and your intuition that you will in turn really develop the gifts that you've been wanting. You want many blessings in many forms, but you also want blessings in terms of your spiritual gifts. You feel that you're ready to really take a leap and explore other gifts, but they first say that you need to master the ones you currently have. Do know that you're going to be very busy while you're trying to master these gifts, so be prepared that, you know, these aren't going to come easily, that while you're still mastering the gifts that you currently have, a lot's going to be going on, but that's 100% okay. Just make sure that you're taking time to rest as well. And you know, you have a new home. With new home, I don't get the sense of a physical home. I more so get of a new home, more of your sense of self. You're going to be more comfortable with yourself, is what I just heard. You yourself is going to be the new home, which is actually really weird, but it makes sense because when you do finally come to really accept your spiritual gifts and everything that they bring, you really get this whole new perspective on life. So, you know, do accept that as well, that your life will never be the same, and that's not a bad thing, but we're going to continue to go. Integration, ascension, enjoy. So yeah, you guys might be going through another spiritual awakening as well, like the first group. And they really want you to integrate yourself with your spiritual gifts, is what I just heard. They don't want you, you know, being held back or feeling like you're being held back by anything. They truly want you to really focus on really immersing yourself into your spiritual practice, so I just heard. They want you to dive deep into it like it's the ocean. They want you to focus on your ascension that you're currently experiencing. I'm pretty sure you guys are experiencing another spiritual awakening, but I don't think this is your first. I think this is past that. I think that all of you are really ascending even more, even higher. So you're comfortable with the gifts you currently have, but you haven't fully mastered it. And even though you really want to explore these new gifts, you have to first master these gifts first. So really with that, you need to just be joyful about the gifts you currently have and focus on mastering them and really understanding them, is what I just heard, because you may be comfortable, but you don't truly understand everything it is about that gift. Clairaudient is what I just heard. So some of you may be clairaudient. You may hear things from the other side, and although you understand that you're hearing things from the other side, you're not understanding where exactly it's coming from. So that's something you want to explore. I know for me, I mainly hear messages from ancestors. So, you know, explore. Do you mainly hear from ancestors? Is it the spirit guides? Is it the ascended masters? Is it angels? Is it spirit animals? You know, all those different things. Is it source energy? So that's something you want to focus on, is really figuring out where your spiritual gifts are also coming from, where you're getting these visions from, you know, all those different things, because that's important. At least to me it is. So, you know, really focus on that as well. And then you also got Two of Knives. Don't be scared by the imagery. The big house, which this is the Tower. So major changes. And the Free Man, again, not letting anything holding you back, feeling liberated is what I just heard. You want to feel liberated with your spiritual powers. You don't want to feel like it's a hindrance or people are judging you for it, or you know, they're not the best that they could be. You truly want to feel 100% comfortable and proud of who you are as a spiritual person, as a spiritual worker, and that's amazing. But you have to realize that there's going to be some major changes coming up in your life pretty soon regarding your spiritual gifts. Again, you're going to be mastering them, and really by mastering them, this can take your gifts to a whole nother level. So while you may feel comfortable where they are now, you're going to be going through a change where, you know, it's going to take some more adjustment, because it takes an adjustment for all of us to get used to our spiritual gifts. But really, when you go on to master them, it's going to also take another adjustment period, is what I'm hearing, for you to really be okay with them. But they don't want you, you know, to worry about it or anything. They want you to be free by it. You also want to be 100% confident in who you are, especially with these Two of Knives. You know, she's a little nervous because you know, she's not exactly sure what this next step is going to be, you know, what's going to happen next, but she's also prepared in case anything goes sideways, which I'm not saying anything is going to go sideways in your case. I'm just trying to really reiterate that there's no need to be afraid. There's no need to have fear. So with that, for my pile number twos, you know, really be expressive is what I just heard in your spiritual gifts. You know, don't worry about anything holding you back. Be confident in who you are. This is your confirmation that you're currently going through another spiritual awakening, and you know, it's going to be a lot going on, but they do want you to, you know, not be fearful. They want you to be completely confident in your gifts and who you are, and also they want you to know that they're going to be helping you every step through the way. So with that, I really hope that you enjoyed your message. I know they're kind of short, but you know, they're really straight to the point, and I wasn't expecting this, but they're very straightforward. So if you did enjoy it, please make sure you like, leave a comment if it resonated, and make sure you subscribe. So for all of you that chose pile number 3, this is the reading for you. So you have African Mask Spirit. Spirits are warning you to protect your energy, foundation, relationships, and success. Albino Brothers. Born to stand out, embrace every part of yourself, dealing with childhood trauma, being bullied, insecurities. Remember us. Remember the sacrifice we made. The ancestors have paved the way for you. Channeling Spirit. You have conjured a spirit or energy, for better or worse. Be mindful. Spirit is listening. Spirit is present. Ask the right questions, avoiding bigger issues to address small ones. Protection again. Really focus on protecting your energy, this group. Creativity. Purification. A lot of protection and purification with this group. Healing. Getting over all that's hurt you in the past. Abundance. You had a lot, right? This one had a lot when I was pulling. Children involved. I feel like this is more so tied to your childhood. Assert yourself. Don't let your differences really, you know, allow people to make fun of your differences. Ask more questions. They want you to talk to them. I just realized all these are going out of frame, so let me move them really quickly. I want you to be able to see. So, and temptation. Put that there. Okay, so this is a lot, but right off the bat, I already can tell that you guys feel like have the zebra spirit. You are not like everybody else, and oftentimes you were bullied with that, especially with the albino brothers and children involved. I don't think children are involved. I think this more has to do with your childhood and having to overcome everything that you dealt with as a child. You got bullied a lot just because you were so different, and people weren't used to how you were. And this doesn't have to be physical, I just heard. This can also just be with the way you acted and, you know, everything you experience, both in this realm and the spiritual. So, you know, do know that, for one, none of that was your fault. I just like to put that out there because I've been through a lot myself. That it is something you're going to have to overcome and eventually let go of, especially regarding the insecurities that came with it. Because being like everybody else is boring. So, you know, never feel bad to embrace your differences. Another thing they really want you to focus on is protecting yourself. You got the African Mask Spirit, you also got protection, and you also got purification. So you really want to make sure you are purifying the energy around you, is what I just heard. In your home especially, is what I just heard. So you really want to make sure you're at least taking some sage or something and going through your home and really just purifying everything up in there. You don't want any negative entities really coming by because you haven't been able to let go of your insecurities and, you know, all the trauma from your childhood. And that is in turn tempting. This temptation is for you, but that is tempting negative entities to really come around you because you're just oozing this negative energy yourself. So they really want to make sure that you are protecting everything around you, your home specifically, and yourself, and purifying it as well, because they don't want anything coming to harm you, especially since you are channeling a spirit. You know, all the energy that you're putting out is drawing some spirits in, and that energy isn't good. I'm not saying to scare you, but that can be drawing in some negative entities and negative spirits, and you really don't want that. So they do want you to remember, you know, everything that they've been through. They already know that they already know that you've had a hard life yourself, but do be mindful of the ones that came before you have had a hard life as well. So they have made sacrifices to really pave the way for you, especially, you know, with you being alive during this time period. We do have a lot of issues, yes, but we have a lot of things that our ancestors did not. So they want you to be mindful of that as well, that while they know that, you know, your childhood was hard, you can overcome it because they were able to overcome everything as well. Because if they weren't able to overcome everything, they wouldn't have had to. So do know that, and that's actually really sweet. They really want you to heal from all the wounds in your childhood, and, you know, they want you to come and talk to them. And if you haven't seen it, right up there above, I'm going to include the link to how to talk to your ancestors and ways to connect with them. But, you know, they do want you to know that they are present and they are listening. You know, you just got to be able to ask them the right questions. You know, if you're not formatting the questions in the correct way, or you're not asking the right ones, then they're not going to really, you know, reach out and answer them, especially if you're asking things that don't need to be asked, like what should I eat, rather than how can I heal from this trauma and how can I let go of my insecurities. So make sure you are asserting yourself, you know, really letting everything go. You can do this by being creative, you know, which really helps with expressing your emotions. And you can also do this by just, you know, living in abundance, treating yourself to things that make you happy, because I'm really getting the sense that you didn't have a happy childhood, that it was actually very, very hard for you to just go on with, you know, the day-to-day as a child, just because of all the bullying that you faced. So really focus on making yourself feel good in the present, so you're not constantly stuck on the past. But let's go ahead and pull some more cards. Movement and balance. You have to move forward. You have to let the past go. Emotional release. Again, you guys have to let it go. You can't keep letting the past hold you back, especially if it was during childhood. You really need to let it go. You know, don't let your past hold you back. Look, it's all good. You guys have to realize that the past was in the past, and that does not have to affect your future. It will only affect your future if you allow it to. Got 4 sticks. So clearly there is some stability in your home now. You know, everything that was happening as a child has gotten better, is what I heard. And you have this foundation right now that you of course want to protect, but you have this foundation, right? You're getting flashbacks. That's what I just heard. So you're getting flashbacks, and that's what's really making all this negative energy come up. But right now you do have the 4 of Sticks. You have a stable home. You know, you have love in your life. You have, you know, happiness in your life, but because of these flashbacks, you are really struggling with being grateful for all of it. So you really want to go through with that emotional release, you know, do a burning bowl ritual, you know, really focus. We're in a waning moon right now, I believe, so this would be the perfect time to do it. I also got the Garden. So yeah, life right now is actually really good for you. You're just really struggling because of everything that happened in the past. Yeah, you even got the Knight of Baskets. So life is looking beautiful for all of you right now, but you're really struggling again because of all the insecurities that you had growing up, all the bullies and everything. But right now you really need to focus on protecting and purifying your energy, and also that emotional release to let everything go. Everything that happened in the past, let it go. The only reason it's affecting you right now is because you're allowing it to affect you, but you know, that's more so on you. That's not because of the bullies in the past. They can't affect you any longer unless you allow them to. So for all of my pile number 3s, embrace your differences. Don't let anybody make you feel bad because of your differences. Make sure you are protecting and purifying your energy, and really focus on letting go of the past and enjoying the present. So if this resonated with you, please leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed it, you know, like it, and if you want to see more content from me, please subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. So for all the lovelies that chose pile number 4, then this is the reading for you. What you should be focused on. Higher Guardian speaking. My energy is assisting you during this time period. You are going through major transitions. Nice. Oh, yeah. Warrior spirit. You have our protection. Increase your spiritual power to succeed in battle. Participate and connect with your spirit team. They want you to reach out to them. The path. Freedom, journey, following your intuition. They really want you to reach out to them. They want you to speak to them. They want you to have faith in them, is what I just heard. Desire, and you're desiring to connect with them as well. Courage, but you have fear. Don't have fear. They only want the best for you. Your ancestors only want the best for you. That's something you need to realize. Communication, yeah. This one is all about communicating with them. Envious. You might be envious of others who are able to communicate easily with their ancestors. Spring equinox. I like to think of this as new beginning. So this is really going to be a new start for you. Warning signs. Creativity. And grounding. Okay, so right off the bat, they clearly want you to communicate with them. They want you to know, they want you to follow your intuition. They want you to know you're on the right journey, and they also want you to increase your spiritual powers. You also want to communicate them, but you're lacking the courage to do that, but you have this deep desire to really communicate with your ancestors. You're a little bit envious when you do see people that can communicate with their ancestors very easily. Because you're scared that you may not see the warning signs. I think that's what this one is about. You're scared that you may communicate with the wrong spirit or entity. I'm going to tell you, you will only do that if you don't really put out your intention to only connect with, you know, the ancestors and spirit guides and spirit animals and all those things with their highest intention. And if you're even a little bit worried that that's not enough, go ahead and purify your home, cleanse your home with some sage, yerba santa, and all those things. So, but with this is very, very straightforward. They want you to communicate with them. They want you to know that they're with you. They want you to know that, you know, if you're really, really anxious, envious, and all those things, they want you to go ground outside specifically. They don't want you to ground in your home. They want you to really use the power of, you know, Earth, Gaia, to really ground yourself and to also, you know, express yourself creatively by creating something that really has your emotions to really allow them to release. Black Hermit. Manifest the relationship that you want with your ancestors is what I just heard. You are a powerful manifester. I just got that. And if that is the case, you know, you can manifest a relationship with your ancestors. You can put the intention out there, you know, that you want to connect with the ancestors for the purest and highest intentions for you. And you want to be able to speak to them and, you know, hear them. But, you know, do make sure that while you're also putting this manifestation out there, that you're actually doing the work. And, you know, I'll leave a link to how you connect with your ancestors right there. But yeah, for this is very straightforward. You are just scared to take that leap. But, you know, like I said, really just set your intention to only work with the ancestors and spirit guides and energies of the highest and purest intention. That is very, very key. If you don't do that, then yeah, there could be some warning signs. But if you do that, you're cleansing your home and, you know, you're praying. I'm sorry, I pray, but if you are a prayer warrior, you know, pray to your source. My source is guide, but pray for you. And yeah, take it from there. You also got the Son of Sticks, and I pulled these in reverse, but actually when I'm pulling them now, they're upright. So yeah, you're not like everybody else. You can actually bring all of your magic into fruition very easily. Like I said, you are a powerful manifester. So really, if you want to connect with your ancestors and everything, it's very, very easy for you. All you have to do is really speak it into existence with the right intentions, and I can already tell it's going to flourish. It's not going to be that difficult for you. You also got 6 of baskets. Look at how happy they are. I'm going to really put it in. Look at how happy they are. They're sharing all their knowledge. This is you in your relationship with your ancestors, actually. You guys, when you guys really come together, there's going to be magic happening in your life and the collective. Is what I just heard. This is going to be a very, very beautiful relationship. They really want you to focus on building the relationship with them. God, this is a beautiful reading. This is extremely beautiful. So, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think you should have any fear. I'm really seeing a beautiful relationship, and honestly, like I said, just set that intention. This is very clear cut. Set that intention. Really, I want to say meditate as well. And, just call them to you, because they are ready. They are so ready to bridge this gap with you. You just have to be willing to do it yourself. So with that, for all my pile number 4s, don't have fear, set the right intention, manifest, because I already know you know that you're a powerful manifester. Don't be envious around everybody. Don't be envious of others. Everybody has their own relationship with their ancestors. You're going to have a beautiful one with yours. So just focus on really going down and following your intuition and really calling them into your life. So with that, I hope this resonated. If it did, please leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed, please like. And if you want to see more content from me, then please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. So for all of my lovelies that chose pile number 5, this is the reading for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Ancestor speaking. Pay attention to your health. Stop stressing yourself out and take care of yourself. Ancestor speaking. I have a birthday of the day ascendant coming up. Pour libations for me. African child, responsibility for your personal spiritual development and sacrifices. The Hut. Foundation, home, being secure and stable. Oh, I want to be stable. And unknown ancestor speaking. I've been watching over you. Learn more about your heritage through research. You will find my name. Change. Attraction. Law of attraction, what I just heard for you all. Not just attraction, the usual attraction. Law of attraction. Focus your intentions. Focus on what you desire. Don't focus on what you don't want. If you do that, it's going to come to you. Deepening bond. Love beginning. You got some love coming into your life. Okay. Chakra balance. Alright. Meditate. More to come. Long call. You guys have a lot going on. So this is obviously probably a lot of people watching this one, because there's a lot going on. So first and foremost, focus on your health, focus on your intentions, focus on the law of attraction. That's what you all need to work on, is the law of attraction. You guys may also be wanting some love to come into your life. You may want these deep bonds, deep connections with people. You want that stability, that home. You guys want to build a home, is what I just heard. If that is the case, focus on the right intentions. Do not focus on the negative. Focus on the positive. Focus on the things you want to come into your life, not the things you don't want to come into your life. Focus on the happiness is also what I just heard. Be grateful is what I just heard. They want you to have gratitude for the things you already have. So, also some things they want you to know. There is a unknown ancestor watching over you, and I'll leave a link to what that could be. I just did a video on how to connect with your ancestors and them wanting to talk to you and how you can do that. So in that video, I did talk about, unknown ancestors coming to you, but you have to dig deep in order to know who they are. So that is something you want to do, is dig deep. You have a lot of ancestor speaking cards, so there's that. They are trying to also tell you to pay attention to your health. There's also saying that there's somebody with either a birthday or the day ascendant coming up, and they want you to pour libations and give offerings for them. You also want to be responsible for your spiritual development right now, and the sacrifices you have to make in order to develop and go further. And that's not scary, I promise, but you may have to give up drinking or smoking, or just something that's not really good for your overall health. Or if you do any of those things, do it sparingly. Change is coming. The change will come with the law of attraction, especially for those of you that are really desiring love and a home and a family. And that's not going to apply to all of you. I'm getting the sense that that's going to only apply to a select few. Really focus on the change and what you want to come into your life. Meditate. Use affirmations when you meditate, is what I just heard. Think about the long haul. Don't just think short term. They want you to make a plan for your life. They really want you to focus on what you were trying to attract into your life right now. That's really the big thing with all of you. They want you to think long term and how you want your life to look in the future. You all want to go do some journaling, actually. You all want to actually write how you want your life to look. You also got forgiveness. letting go. The psychic development again. So there's two things going on with this group. They want you to focus on how you want your life to look, the things you are trying to attract. They also, and this is probably applies to each, like there's like probably 3 categories for this. That's the first category. The second category is developing your spiritual gifts, your psychic gifts, everything that connects you to the other world. The third one is by letting things go and forgiveness. So that's the 3. It's the law of attraction, especially those of you that are designing a home and some love. The psychic developments, the spiritual developments, the progress and the gifts and everything like that, as well as forgiveness and letting go for the last few. Especially with this change elder, you need to let the things go in the past, and this may tie in with the law of attraction group, because if you're stuck in the past and you know everything, you're holding resentment, then you're not going to be able to bring all these wonderful new things in. Father of Coins. Those of you trying to bring in love, you might be trying to bring in a very stable man is what I'm getting, and I'm not calling you gold diggers, I promise. I feel like you should always want to be with somebody who has their sugar honey iced tea together. What's the point of being with somebody if they don't got their ish together? But that's just my opinion. Mother of Baskets, you want to be generous. You want, oh, okay, this is the couple you want to be. And this isn't, you know, it doesn't have to be man and woman or anything. This is just you and the other individual. The other individual is going to be very stable, very practical is what I just heard. They're going to be like, ah, God, what is a good example? I'm trying to think of a cartoon. But not Richard from Gumball. Now all the cartoons make fun of men. No offense, but essentially they are going to be this rational, practical, pragmatic leader that is very financially abundant, and you are going to be this giver who is just nurturing and loving. You guys are going to be yin and yang. You're going to be really feminine energy, and they're going to be very masculine energy, which I think is very beautiful. Again, the gender doesn't really matter with this, but that's kind of what I'm getting with that whole vibe, especially since you have the Father of Coins and Mother of Baskets. And I'm just gonna let you guys see them up close. Like this, these two go very, very well together, I believe. And the court cards often represent people and not energies. So I'm getting the feeling that those of you who are trying to really bring in some love or deepening the bond that you already have, this is, you know, what you're looking to bring in, or what you're looking for your relationship to develop into. I also got 9 of Sticks for you all. Y'all not playing no games. I love this. So really, I feel like this is this is heading, again, this is like 2 categories. This is actually 2 categories. I lied. It's the people who are trying to bring everything, who need to let things go, and it's also everybody, the people who are trying to bring in all their psychic developments. For the people who are more of the spiritual psychic developments, you are not playing no games. As you can see, nobody or anything is coming after her. So you guys really are also want to be making sure you're protected. Like I said, cleanse your energy. Well, if I didn't say it, make sure you're cleansing all the energy around you, especially when you're developing your psychic gifts, because a lot of things get attracted to you. And don't let anything come at you sideways, is what I just heard. So yeah, make sure you're also being protected. You may want to make a talisman, is what I just heard, of protection. Nobody's gonna come and F with you. Oh, your ancestors are coming through hard, bro. So I don't think anybody can come at you sideways in the first place, because I don't think they'll let you, but they want you to like double down and like really nothing, and no one can really come at you sideways, which I think is beautiful. So again, this is kind of 2 messages going in with this group. The first one with the whole law of attraction and the love and everything you're trying to bring in. You have to let all of this go if you ever want to bring in, you know, this relationship and all these beautiful things. My spiritual development people, really focus on, you know, your spiritual growth. Read some books is what I just heard. They want you to gain more knowledge that way as well, and they feel like you can gain you might be more of a reader, so they want you to do that. And I feel like most of you who are watching this and are trying to increase your spiritual gifts, you currently don't have a mentor, so they want you to really head towards books. You can use them as a resource as well, but they really want you to be active towards developing your spiritual gifts, and they want to make sure that you are really keeping yourself protected from all energies around you. So with that being said, pile number 5, I know there's kind of 2 of you, so if this did resonate, please let me know which one has resonated, because this kind of feels like 2 whole separate different energies. If you like it and enjoyed it, please make sure you like, and if you want to see more content from me, please make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.